She hands it off to Jackson. Jackson uses the screen, lost the handle, bounced past to Plum. Plum loses it, regains it, throws it up for grabs. Grabbed by Boston out of the sky. And we're going to have a foul here. No, a timeout taken by Indiana.
What I love the most about this squad is that, just like O said, like we instill confidence, the coach instills confidence that any shot you take, shoot it with confidence because we trust you and we trust that you're going to make it. And I feel like that's just really helped us down the line because no matter who comes in, no matter who steps up, we're all just really happy for each other.
After the game, Aliyah Boston delivered a statement that had Fever fans buzzing, and the best part is, she backed it up on the court in a season drained by injuries. Boston rose with one of her best performances yet, 22 points, 11 rebounds, and a career-high 6 steals. She even sealed it with the final defensive stop. So what did her post-game words really mean? They may reveal how Indiana pulled off their biggest win of the year. With momentum fading and a short-handed roster, Boston became the spark that shut the door on LA. This wasn't just another win, it felt like a turning point. The real question now, how much can this shift the Fever season from here?
Fever down! Bow, bow, bow!
How do you compete when nearly half your roster is missing? That was the challenge Indiana faced in Los Angeles. Caitlin Clark was sidelined, along with Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, and Ari McDonald for guards, and for key voices gone. For most teams, that would be a knockout blow in a playoff-level game, but the Fever refused to fold. They leaned on toughness, trusted the players available, and kept grinding. That belief powered one of their grittiest wins of the season.
About the resilient, nature of our team. I think one other thing that sometimes goes missed is just the character of these women, right? Especially this group that's been here, that's gone through all of this, and then the ones that we brought in with O and Shea and AP. I mean, these are women who care about winning. These are women who care about one another. These are women who sacrifice every...
It wasn't only about the injuries. This wasn't just another August game. The Sparks weren't an ordinary opponent. They had already beaten Indiana 3 times this year, each defeat stinging a little more. The standings made it even tighter. The Fever were hanging on to 6th place, while Los Angeles sat just 2 games back in 9th. One stumble, and that lead could disappear after dropping 4 of their last 5. The question loomed large: was Indiana starting to collapse at the worst possible time?
Steph mentioned, whenever she sees you with the 2 black eyes, she smiles in a way because it just exemplifies your toughness. Do you feel tough in these kinds of situations with these 2 black eyes?
I mean, that's what people keep telling me. Every time she sees me, she smiles and then she says, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, you don't need to be sorry. This is what it is. And when I'm playing, I forget about it, and then I go and look in the mirror. I'm like, oh shit, they're still there. So yeah, I don't really think too much about it because I don't necessarily feel them all the time.
Yeah, and you're still able to see completely fine.
Yep.
Right.
Nothing's changed.
All right.
Picture the challenge: a team that looked fragile from the outside. With just 5 games left in the season, they had no choice but to push forward with patchwork lineups. It wasn't about finding rhythm anymore. It was about fighting for every possession. That became their blueprint. Every player on the floor had to give more than their role normally asked. Every minute, every touch had to carry weight beyond what showed up in the box score.
Originally, I was like, I just need to get the swelling to go down in my forehead. So I put a patch, slept with it. The next day, woke up and I was like, okay, the bump is almost gone, but now I have 2 black eyes. So that was tragic. But I mean, it's at this point, it's unfortunately won't be able to hide it. People know, so just rolling with it.
Were you able to hide it for the photo shoots?
The makeup artist did a really, really, really good job. And people that hadn't met me before were like, oh, I can't even tell. I'm like, okay, that's good. We'll take it. But I'm hoping they'll do some editing in the post.
And then came Lexi Hull. She wasn't just playing, she was fighting. Even with both eyes bruised from a collision with Gabby Williams in the last game. The black eyes didn't stop her from diving after loose balls, locking in on defenders, and battling through screens. Hull embodied exactly what the Fever needed that night: show up. Even when it hurts, her presence alone sent a message: if she could push through, so could everyone else wearing Indiana red.
I imagine on Tuesday you got checked for concussion, facial fracture. Just how much of a sigh of relief was it that you didn't have concussion or any kind of fracture in your face?
Yeah, honestly, when it happened, I was relieved because I could feel myself like I was good to go. Like I felt completely with it. They did all the tests they needed to do and put ice on it right away, try to keep the swelling down. But I felt good knowing that, like, obviously it could have been a lot worse, and I'm grateful for the people online wanting to check on me and make sure that I'm okay, but I'm okay. I've been fully checked out. So
That's what made this game different. It wasn't about highlight passes or flashy plays. Every rebound, every stop, every basket came with urgency. One big run from LA could have ended things quickly, but the Fever held firm, matching the energy and pushing back against a team desperate to close the gap in the standings.
I like that we dug in. You know, it wasn't ideal in terms of how the game was. It was ugly. We had moments where we were better than others, but we dug in. I mean, when you think about key defensive stops, key offensive rebounds, like AB's key offensive rebound there at the end, you know, making plays, deflections that led to steals or deflections that led to bobbled pass.
By holding steady under pressure, Indiana left room for an unlikely hero to step forward. The fight of that short-handed group opened the stage for a veteran who had been waiting for her moment in the spotlight. What if the player no one expected became the closer they needed? That's exactly what happened when Odyssey Sims entered the game in Los Angeles. What was supposed to be a night of survival, a thin roster just trying to scrape together, a win turned into something bigger. A 31-year-old veteran who didn't even start became the heartbeat of the game, and for Sims, it meant even more because of the jersey across from her. She once called the Sparks her team, and that history fueled every possession. You could see it in her play. This night was personal.
Sims left open for three. She got it. Offensive rebound. Sims the runner. Here's Howard. Shovels Sims right at the doorstep, and she gets it off the window. 3-on-3 the other way. Sims the take and finishes the lefty layup.
At this stage of her career, nobody expects a backup guard to take over an offense. Her name doesn't draw the same attention on scouting reports as Aliyah Boston or Caitlin Clark. And when your leading scorer, Kelsey Mitchell, can't find her rhythm, just 5 makes on 14 attempts, that's usually when the cracks show. But Sims changed the story. She came in steady, decisive, and fearless. Every possession mattered. And she played like she had been waiting her whole career for this moment.
Down by Plum. Plum 1-on-2, ripped away there by Sims.
Great play by Odyssey Sims. Played the ball.
3-on-3 the other way. Sims the take and finishes the lefty layup.
The box score tells part of the story, 21 points total, but the real impact was in the timing. Possession after possession, she stayed poised, pushing the tempo when Indiana needed a spark and slowing it down when Los Angeles tried to shift momentum. Then came the closing stretch. In the fourth quarter, the ball kept ending up in her hands. Drives through traffic, mid-range pull-ups, creating shots off the dribble. These weren't secondary chances anymore. She had become Indiana's go-to option.
The lead back up to 3. Sims left open for 3. She got it. Odyssey Sims with the triple to tie this one up at 74 apiece. Got the offensive rebound out to Mitchell. Here's Hull curling. Hull down the lane. The kick out Sims. Sims in the paint. The runner good. They put Turner on the inbound. Alaman inbounds it to Hamby, and so now that'll be that. So the Indiana Fever come into here.
The decisive moment came with just 13.6 seconds left. Indiana still had life, and the ball found her hands. She went to the move she's relied on for years, a quick floater, and it dropped clean. That was the shot, the one that gave the Fever the lead for good and silenced the Staples Center crowd. As she jogged back on defense, arms steady and face composed, you could feel the weight lift off Indiana. It was as if she knew all along this moment was hers.
Yeah, honestly, 5 straight points for you to help take the lead at the end of the game. Just what was that mindset for you in those final seconds?
I mean, I didn't shoot the ball well from the 3. I was over before I made that shot, but I mean, I didn't lose confidence. I think my teammates did a great job, along with the coaches, just constantly talking to me. They weren't worried about my missed shots. It just came down to continue to play. They believe in me so much, so that helped me. And when I shot it, I was open. It was one of those do or die. It went in, and I was excited about that. Like I said, I was open from the 3, but we got the W, so it feels great.
After the game, Sims summed it up with the words she lives by: if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That line captured Indiana's entire night. No excuses, no panic. Just staying prepared for whatever came their way. Because of Odyssey Sims, the Fever didn't just leave Los Angeles with a win. They left with proof that resilience isn't a slogan, it's something you show.
Just going up just like the last few years, just up and down, in the league, out the league, hardship, contract being cut, all of that stuff. Really doesn't matter. I think I'm a human definition of we stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I think every opportunity that has been given to me, I've taken full advantage of it. These opportunities that you can't let slip away. You never know what tomorrow brings. You never know. You be on the team one day, go the next day. So just being able to come in and just stay ready, have my energy flow to my teammates, and just be positive. Like I said, I'm with a good.
As big as her impact was, she wasn't alone. Alongside her stood the core of Indiana's identity, Aliyah Boston, who not only dominated the game, but also left a message that Fever fans are still talking about.